It's been a while since I posted a video, so I thought I'd do one today now that we're in the new year. And I wanted to give my thoughts on the final four of the college football playoff, the four teams that are still standing. Starting with Ohio State, who's on a mission to prove all the haters and all the doubters wrong. You know, after they lost to Oregon during the regular season and then losing to Michigan for the fourth straight year. There was a lot of doubt about the Buckeyes, and there were even calls for Ryan Day, the head coach, to be fired. But since getting into the CFP, they have gone over 40 points in each of their games. They hammered Tennessee, an SEC team, and they got payback against Oregon at the Rose Bowl. Dylan Gabriel hadn't really been sacked much all year, hadn't really been under pressure, was able to complete passes at will. Ohio State, the defense was in his face all day at the Rose Bowl. And now they are just one game away from the national championship. And they'll be taking on a Texas team that's the last SEC team standing. And they've proven that they are full throttle for 60 minutes of football. They don't take their foot off the gas. And as you saw, they kept playing to the final whistle against Clemson. And they kept coming back against Arizona State. They would just not quit and ultimately won. I believe it was double overtime they won that game. And Texas is out to prove that they're still a force to be reckoned with. So that'll be an interesting matchup between Texas and Ohio State. Then in the second game, you have Penn State, who just might be the most complete team on both sides of the ball in all of college football. They have the best tight end in the country. Nobody can cover him. He can make the hard catches. And on defense, look at what they did in the playoff alone. On their first playoff game, they held SMU, the SMU offense, in check, an offense that had been moving the ball at will and scoring without any difficulty, really, during the regular season. And they held the Mustangs and limited what they could do. And then look what they did against Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. They made Ashton Genty, the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy, a non-factor. They didn't give him much. They forced the Broncos to become one-dimensional and then ended up working out in their favor. Now they play Notre Dame, who might arguably be the best defense in all of college football. Just look what they did to Georgia. And sure, you can make the argument that Georgia did play with a backup quarterback, which they did, but the rest of the team was still intact, and it's still Georgia, one of the best programs in college football today. And Notre Dame just basically outplayed them, certainly when it came on the defensive side of the ball. So now they'll face probably their toughest challenge this year in Penn State. So buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be an interesting ride for these last few games of the college football playoff, and I'm certainly looking forward to watching it.